Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watch watching them gain their profits while I'm still in my sand making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits. That TTG money gang. And making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, you. What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope you all had a fantastic day today. We sure as hell did. A 24, 25, something about that 24% gain for us today. Not on an option, on a stock, okay? Ocea traded the day for me. Absolute monster. It's a home run, but we got a ton of movement in the markets today. Significant pullback today. The markets broke below some key support levels that we're going to discuss and we're going to talk about, but why? Why did the market sell off today? Is it anxiety because they still have not come to a debt deal? Is it the fact that there's COVID surging, COVID cases surging again in China? There's reports that China in the month of June is expected to see 65 million new cases per week. Now that sent all the vaccine stocks exploding today. Moderna up 8-9%. Pfizer up big. Okay. All of your vaccine stocks ripping to the upside today on the back of that, because that's calling for kind of renewed fears about COVID, talking about, the need, talking about the need for more vaccines. Even here in the US, people are talking about, oh, well, we need a vaccine for the new strain. We need vaccine. We need an updated vaccine. We need an updated vaccine for the new strains. And that is sending that new COVID fear in China is sending COVID stocks to the upside, but it's sending the market to the downside. We also got some negative China economic data that came out today. Disappointing data coming out of China, which is a problem. It's a problem because everybody was expecting the Chinese economy to do very, very well coming out of 3 years of COVID lockdown, and that has not been the case. The economic data coming out of China has been lackluster. The youth unemployment rate is 20% in China. The youth unemployment rate is 20%. That number is quite high, and people are getting a little bit nervous. If you look at a stock like Apple, a stock that's very highly correlated to the Chinese economy, trading to the downside the last couple of days on fears of discretionary spending from the consumer in China, as the economy is not giving us the same amount of strength that people were anticipating coming out of that COVID lockdown. So, a new wrinkle being thrown into the pot that can create volatility in this market. We have a big day coming up tomorrow. Not only is tomorrow Nvidia earnings, you have any idea how important Nvidia earnings are? The entire stock market is being held up by 8 or 9 different stocks. And those 8 or 9 different stocks are all technology stocks. It's Apple, it's Amazon, it's Microsoft, it's Meta, it's Nvidia. It's all of these, well, except for Apple, it's all these AI related names that are holding the markets higher. Nvidia is at the forefront of the AI push. If Nvidia misses earnings or says something about the prospects of how long will it take for them to actually generate the revenue that people are excited about around AI, if it's not a perfect earnings report and that stock pulls back and craters to the downside, you're going to see all the other AI related stocks move to the downside with it. And that's a problem for the rest of the market, because the market's being held up by the market cap weighting of all your big mega cap tech names that have been the beneficiaries of AI. You also have the Fed minutes coming out tomorrow. That's going to be where we're going to get the notes from the previous Fed meeting to find out how likely is a pause at the next June meeting. You've had a lot of people come out and talk about the likelihood of not seeing a pause in June, and they're actually talking about looking for more rate hikes in the coming months, even if they pause in June, looking for more rate hikes later in the year. So we're going to get some insight into what the Fed thinks about that with the Fed minutes that come out tomorrow. All of these things, guys. Oh, and then by the way, throw in, we don't have a debt ceiling deal yet. All of those things are starting to get the markets a little bit on edge, starting to get the markets a little bit worried. And that's why you're seeing this significant pullback in the markets today as we broke below some key support levels, but we held another key support level. So we broke beneath one only to hold another. I'll call that out for you. I'll show you guys those levels. I'll go over the technical analysis. I'll tell you exactly what I think the markets are going to do. We'll talk about what to expect from the Fed minutes and Nvidia earnings and everything in between. So welcome, folks. We got a great live stream in store for you guys here tonight. For those of you that are just joining us, I got a nice announcement that I'm going to be making later on in the stream as well. So for those that do not know, my name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And we are the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform available to the retail trader today. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, then you guys have come to the right place. All right, 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here where myself, other TC Pro Trading mods, and special guests drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and analysis that can help you become better traders. So take a moment and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, all right? Turn on those notifications. Now, why should you listen to anything it is that I have to say? Well, guys, I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working for a fund in New York City, my first job right out of college, and I had to go through a 3-month educational training program where I was taught by other professional traders how to trade the markets effectively and professionally. Okay? I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, like I said, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 9 other professional trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders from all over the world achieve their goals of reaching profitability. We have members in 115 different countries, guys. We are the fastest growing and highest rated platform out there because we combine university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools. We do live workshops and individual mentorship on stocks, options, crypto, and futures for all styles of trading. We do day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing. So something for everybody inside True Trading Group. We take that university level of curriculum, simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. We pair it with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year on their own. So if you go to these companies directly, you're going to spend about $5-6 grand a year if you want access to these tools. That's a lot of money, but you need these tools. It gives you more information, helps you make better decisions. We've spent years building relationships with these firms to put their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. And of course, you're going to get access to all of our members as well. Our members are the most educated, helpful, supportive, successful community of traders you're ever going to find. And of course, the real-time trade alerts from myself and the rest of the mods that are able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, if you guys are new, subscribe, smash the like button, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these lives. All right. All right, guys. So like I said, let's get back on over to the markets. This is going to be a crazy week. All right. This is going to be a crazy week. I know it's already Tuesday, but I feel like there's so much happening. Okay. There's so much happening between the Fed minutes tomorrow, Nvidia earnings, and the debt ceiling. Okay. The fact that we still don't have a debt deal does not really worry me at all. To be completely honest with you, listen, am I oblivious to the fact that there's a possibility that there's not a deal? Yes. Okay. Yes. Maybe there's not a deal. Sure. Is that a possibility? Yes. What percentage would I put on it? I don't know. 2%. Right. I've seen this before. Democrats and Republicans. I've seen this dance every time that it comes down to raising the debt ceiling. They bicker back and forth. They kick and scream. They push and shove, but at the very last minute, they get a deal done. You know, McCarthy was asked just yesterday, was asked, should the American people be preparing for a default? He said no. Then that same day, Biden said that that default is completely off the table, not going to happen. So they say it's not going to happen. They say we shouldn't be preparing for it, but we still don't have a deal, right? We still don't have a deal. Now, if there was not a deal, right? If there's not a deal, Then you're looking at selling pressure to come back into the markets that will take us significantly lower from where we are now, as that would create a little bit of havoc in the financial system, as it would be the first time that the U.S. defaults on its debt. If you go back to 2011, and I've been talking a lot about this on my live streams for the last couple of days, so people really grasp and really fully and truly understand what happens if there is no debt deal. And a lot of people think that, oh, if the U.S. defaults on its debt, that's it. Everything just completely crumbles from within. Yes, you're going to get selling pressure, but the U.S. does not have to necessarily default on all of its debt. They can miss one payment. You've got about $13.6 billion of interest payments that are due in the month of June. You've got $1 trillion of treasuries that are due to mature in the month of June. Now, those $1 trillion can be refinanced to avoid that default. But if the U.S. misses one payment, if they miss one payment on that debt, then that's going to see us get hit with a credit downgrade. All right. So we'll see a credit downgrade if you miss just one payment. All right. But if we miss one payment, you're going to get a credit downgrade. If you miss two payments, you're going to get a second credit downgrade. Now, there's three major credit agencies that are out there that give ratings. If you get two out of the three do a downgrade, then you're going to get a situation where a lot of different funds, okay, you're going to get situations where a lot of different funds are going to be forced to sell off U.S. debt, okay? They'll be forced to sell off U.S. debt, and that's going to result in much higher interest rates in loans, for car loans, for regular business loans, for mortgages. It's not going to be necessarily a good thing. Puts the U.S. dollar, the value of the U.S. dollar will most likely get hit, and it puts the U.S. dollar as the center focal point of the U.S. of the global trade system, puts it into jeopardy. Right now, that's what happens if the U.S. actually defaults and there is no debt deal. I think that in the worst case scenario, I think there's a temporary resolution where the debt deal, the debt ceiling, the debt limit just gets kind of pushed off a little bit, and they maybe extend it out to like August or maybe October, while they work through trying to come to some type of an agreement. I think that is possible. You could see something like that. But when you go back to 2011, I want to explain to you why it's so important to understand what's going on in the market and why these next couple of weeks are going to be filled with volatility, and that volatility is going to create trading opportunities for us as traders. Today was a big day for us inside of chat. There's opportunities everywhere. There's opportunities in small caps. There was Ocea, SHPH. What was the other one? CWBR, I believe, was the other ticker symbol. Yep. CWBR was the other ticker symbol. So you have all these different stocks, all these different opportunities, okay, on top of large caps that are moving around like small caps. You've got stocks like Moderna, like Tesla, like Nvidia, stocks that are moving around, Netflix, that are moving like a SHPH, moving like an Ocea, right? To see these stocks make these kind of moves, that's how members of True Trading Group have been able to make money in this environment. Whether the market goes up or down, I really technically don't care. To be completely honest with you, I do not care if you see more COVID cases surge in China. I do not care if the U.S. does not come to some type of a debt deal. I don't care what the Federal Reserve has to say in their Fed minutes. I don't care if inflation does not go back to 2%. I don't care if Jerome Powell raises rates by 25 basis points at the June meeting. Because whether or not the markets go up or down, this is the most volatile, opportunistic filled environment that I've ever seen in my entire career. I've been doing this for about 18 years. I've traded through bull markets. I've traded through bear markets. I traded through the worst stock market crash that any of you have ever traded through, and that was 2008. It's the worst stock market crash that anyone alive today has really experienced. It's the worst recession that anyone has seen since the Great Depression. It's called the Great Recession for a reason in 2008, 2009. But that's the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards that I was working at in New York City. That's where I learned how to trade, actually in that environment exactly. Now you take a look at the SPY. You take a look at this chart right here of the SPY that I just pulled up, okay? This downward movement, these are weekly candles, by the way, guys. And these candles represent 1 week. All right, just so I can take this all the way back and show you all the way back in 2011. And you see how big of a sell-off that you experience leading up to a debt deal. In the 2 weeks prior to the deadline for the debt deal, the S&P fell 17% in 2 weeks on the fear that we were not going to come to a deal regarding the debt ceiling, and the U.S.'s credit rating got knocked. That caused a 17% drop. Now, it starts to make sense when you look about what has happened in the past when Congress pushes the limit on the deadline of being up to date with all of our bills. You see what happens when we push that deadline to the limit and to the max. You see it, right? That's where that volatility can come from. It's happened in the past. It will happen again the closer that we get to that deadline. Now, Goldman Sachs has a date of June 8th. Goldman Sachs came out with a note June 8th. Janet Yellen said June 1st. Somebody else said June 14th. Bottom line is it's June. It's the first half of June. And if we don't have a debt deal and you see a 6 on the calendar, well, folks, you're going to start to see that volatility in the market. And again, I don't care if that means the markets go down, nor do members. Members don't give a damn, okay, whether or not the markets go up or down, because members of True Trading Group are educated enough now and they are trained to make money in a up market or a down market. And that's at the end of the day, it's why you guys are here. You're here to make money. That's it. You're not here to watch other people make money. You're not here to see how much money do other traders make. You are here. You're on this live stream at 8:48 p.m. Eastern on a Tuesday evening so that you can make money, so you can get educated, so you can get the analysis that you need to put yourself in the best position to profit. And members get that on a daily basis. The vast majority of our members are making money and becoming better traders, guys. You don't have to take my word for it. Members, you say it yourself. You tell me, members, if you are making money and becoming better traders, I'd like for you to go ahead right now and sound off in chat, type the $ if you're making money and you guys are becoming better traders. Very simple, straightforward question. Are you making money and becoming better traders? If the answer is yes, then type the $ in chat right now. Now, anybody who's not a member, I want you to pay attention to how many people are typing the $. All of these people typing the $, these people are just like you. They found us the same way you did, a live stream on one fine evening. They learned more in an hour on a live stream than they learned in the entire last year trying to figure this stuff out by themselves. They've got all the same excuses that you have. They've got full-time jobs. They've got small accounts. Okay. They had no experience. They've lost money in the markets before, but yet here they are now telling you they're making money and they're becoming better traders. How can that be? Well, that's because I must have given them that special, super top secret chart pattern or indicator that I learned working at a hedge fund in New York. It's got to be that, right? No, wrong. Doesn't exist. What they have that you don't is actual professional education, similar to what I learned when I worked at the fund. Remember, the fund did not let me touch $1 of their money until I went through their 3-month training program. So think about it. If a hedge fund in New York that managed just under $500 million, if they are not going to let a new hire touch their money without being properly educated, why are you touching your own money without being properly educated? You got to ask yourself that, right? But that's why, guys, that's why members are being successful. That's why members, okay, that's why members are sitting here telling you now that they're making money and they're becoming better traders. All right. So I want to take things over here, guys. I want to take things over to the SPY. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, and then I want to talk to you guys about the overall markets. I want to talk to you about the SPY. I want to go over these levels because today was a big technical failure. It was a big technical failure in the overall markets. I'll talk about a position that I've got on right now. If you guys are new to the program, you're new to the live stream, we've also got a very special thing that we're doing for trial members. If you guys want to join our trial membership, it's totally free. It's 7 trading days, 7 full trading days. Okay. 7 full trading days. It is not, the weekend doesn't count. Holidays don't count. You get 7 full trading days. It's a free membership. All right. We're going to be it's a free trial membership. I want to see who's on the live stream right now that's not a member of True Trading Group. You guys are new. Do me a favor and type the letters TTG inside chat. If you're not a member of the group, type the letters TTG inside chat right now. Just go ahead and type TTG if you guys are not members. I just want to see who we have here that I'm talking to that maybe doesn't know, is not familiar with True Trading Group, but you guys are not, if you're not a member of True Trading Group. Glenn Wilson, thank you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Yeah, don't be shy, guys. Go ahead and type TTG. We got West, Saldivar. We got Ian's, Monkey, Humar, Adrian, Seth, Chris, Barry, Randy, Bradley. Nitin says, how do one has to join for it? I'm not sure what that means. I'll get to that in a second, though, how you guys can join. Yep, Nitin, Driss, Reza. Cool. I've got some new faces that are joining us here today. Some usernames that I do not recognize. I welcome you all. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. I do this 6 days a week. Sarab, how are you? Cacho, what's up, man? Yo, my boy Rhino, what's good, man? How are you, brother? Hope you're doing well and the fam is good. Guys, listen, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, we do have a free trial. I got a special little thing I'm doing here for trial members, actually. If you join, anyone that joins the trial membership here tonight, it's totally free. No credit card information required. Has a chance at a free annual membership to True Trading Group tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we are going to give away one free annual membership to a lucky trial member. All you need to do is go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. Go there, ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, and phone number, fill out the application, and join the trial. You do not have to enter any credit card information. There is no automatic, renewal. There's no automatic reoccurring payment. You are not entering your credit card information. It is therefore physically impossible for us to charge you even a penny. It's free. Name, email, phone number, go do it, and you have a shot at a free annual membership tomorrow. But also, Friday, before the Memorial Day holiday weekend, we're doing a $500 giveaway as well. And anyone that joins a trial membership today, not only do you have a shot at a free membership tomorrow, but you've got a shot at $500 cold hard cash on Friday. All you need to do is go to ttgthree.com, fill out that form, join the trial, and you'll be able to trade with us for 7 days. You'll be in chat with us. You can use the mobile app. If you can't be in front of your computer, don't worry about it. We got a mobile app that sends you real-time notifications when the moderators enter and exit trades. You get some sample courses to help get your learning and help speed up that education. You get to use some of our tools, navigate the platform, and see what it's like to be part of the TGD community for 7 full trading days. And in this environment that we find ourselves in now, with COVID cases on the rise in China, no debt deal, Fed minutes tomorrow, Nvidia earnings, this is such a crucial moment for the market because the market is at a massive level of resistance. A massive level of resistance. And if you start to see everything has gone perfect so far. Earnings were good. Inflation's come down. The banking crisis, that hole was plugged. Every single thing that needed to go right has gone right so far. Unemployment still 3.4%. The labor market still super tight. Everything has gone the way that the market would need it to go. But you have a lot of individual catalysts that are coming up that if one or two of them begin to crack, is going to create tremendous volatility. And that volatility means bigger moves in the market, bigger moves in individual stocks, and bigger potential gains. But it also means bigger potential losses if you don't know what you're doing. There's going to be a lot of money made in these coming weeks, guys, with all of these catalysts moving the market. And there's going to be a lot of money lost in the coming days and the coming weeks moving this market. You have to figure out what side of that you want to be on. You have to decide. I can't decide for you. I've got a 7-day free trial for you to join. That's all. I can lead a horse to water. I can't force you to drink it. But if you're here with me on this live stream at 9 o'clock at night, on this Tuesday evening, chances are you're looking for some information or some education or some analysis to help you guys make money, or you're just not happy with the results that you've seen thus far and you're looking for answers. Members of True Trading Group will tell you that we have the answers. And again, I'll prove it to you guys. If you missed it before, members, the vast majority of them are making money, becoming better traders. Guys, type the $ in chat one more time. If you are a member and you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders, go ahead and type the $ in chat right now. You have a chance to join a trial membership to become one of these people that are typing the $. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's ttg3 spelled out.com. Name, email, phone number, no credit card required, and be in chat with us or on the mobile app tomorrow. We're going to give away a free annual membership. Good luck. And then we're giving away $500 on Friday. So anyone that joins the trial tonight, you have until midnight. You join the trial tonight, you'll get a chance at a free membership tomorrow and a chance at $500 on Friday. All right. Again, folks, go to ttgthree.com. We got to welcome Ariana. I love that name. Ariana, welcome. Welcome to the trial membership. Ariana, whoa, my boy, 7 with a J. My account is up 40% in the last 5 days. Beast 7 with a J. Congratulations. Ariana, welcome to the trial membership. Jose, welcome to the trial membership. Good luck tomorrow, guys. Jose and Ariana, you've got a shot at a free membership tomorrow. You also got a shot at $500 on Friday. But most importantly, you want to know what's more important than a free membership or $500 on Friday? You've got a shot at potentially joining the best trading community that you will ever find in your entire life. I don't mean that because I'm the greatest trader in the world. I mean that because we have the greatest group of traders that have ever been assembled from all over the world, 10,000 members in 115 different countries. We got to welcome John. John is now joining the trial membership as well. Okay. Again, guys, go to ttgthree.com. And by the way, the moderators and I, there's 9 of us. There's 9 professional traders that are with you during the day. Okay. 9 professional traders with you during the day. It's not just me. And we're there with you the whole day. We're not gone after 1 or 2 hours. So when you join the trial, you'll be with us from the pre-market session all the way through the close. 9 professional traders, thousands of members of True Trading Group all day, every day, calling out trade opportunities for you guys. Okay. Cloud9, you're the best. Cloud9 goes, guys, I know this sounds like BS, but TTG is literally changing my financial future. No joke. Cloud9, I hear you, man. I'm so happy to see that. I'm really so happy to see that. Guys, type the number 1 if True Trading Group is changing your financial future. No joke. If you feel the same way as Cloud9 STL, you go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Guys, this is real. Okay? This is real. You have an opportunity to take advantage of this. It's sitting here right in front of your face, and it's free. At some point, you have to make a decision. How serious are you about reaching your goals? Everybody has goals. Everybody says they want to become a successful trader. Everybody says they want to quit their job. They want to tell their boss to go screw. They want to make enough money trading in order to replace their income. Everybody says they want all of these things, but very few are willing to do what is necessary to achieve and accomplish those goals. This is step 1, and it's not going to cost you $1. If that doesn't get you to start moving, if that doesn't get you off your ass, if that doesn't get your feet moving, then honestly, nothing will. And to be quite honest with you, you're not serious about doing this and you don't belong on this live stream. There's probably several other Discord rooms out there that would love to have you, but I want you guys to do this. If you are serious about learning a skill, you're not going to join True Trading Group. I'm going to talk to you about the next mother of all short squeeze. We're not going to talk about ghost phantom short shares or some meme stock. We're going to talk about what you need to learn, what you need to implement in order for you to make money. Simple. Go to ttgthree.com, join our trial. Let's go. Tomorrow's Fed minutes. Okay, let's go to the charts. Tomorrow is Fed minutes. This is a very, very, very important next couple of days. Not just is it an important next couple of days because of the debt ceiling deadline, but you also have these catalysts coming up. I cannot begin to express to you how important Nvidia earnings are after the bell. Nvidia's earnings after the bell tomorrow. The entire market is being held up by 8 or 9 different stocks. You want to know what they are? It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. I'll show you. It's Alphabet. Wow. It's Microsoft. Whoa. It's Amazon. Damn. It's Apple. Okay. It's Nvidia. My goodness. It's Meta. When did that happen? Look at these stocks. These are the biggest stocks in the entire stock market. They carry the largest weightings in the S&P. It's the reason why the NASDAQ is up 20% this year. Think about this for a second. You all probably think that 2021, when the market went to all-time highs, that the NASDAQ was up like a bajillion percent. It was up 27%. Do you know that just as of 2 days ago, the NASDAQ was up 21% this year? 21% already. That shows you how big of a move technology stocks have made. And the S&P and the Dow only up, very small single digits. But you're talking about the NASDAQ up 21%. We got to welcome Reza. Reza, welcome to the trial membership. Reza, welcome to the trial. Welcome to the trial. All right. Good luck, guys. You all have a shot at a free membership tomorrow, and you have a shot at $500 on Friday. Good luck. Reza, welcome. Guys, again, there's no credit card required. Keep your wallets in your pocket. Keep your purse on the counter, okay? You don't need it. As long as you know your email address, your name, and your phone number, you're good to go. They teach you that when you're in like the second grade now. As long as you have that information, you're good to join our trial, okay? You're good to join our trial. So go to ttgthree.com. Join that trial right now. All right. Now, let's talk about the levels in the market, and then we'll talk about the individual catalysts that go along with it. Let's go to the SPY. Very important level. I've been talking about this level for the last several days. It's 417.5. Okay. 417.5. You will see resistance and resistance. Okay. So maybe we can go full screen. All right. Maybe we can go full screen there, guys, on my charts. Yep. Thank you. So you see the resistance there back in February, resistance there in the first trading day of May. That is a big level of resistance that we pushed above last week. So on Thursday, we pushed through that level, and then I'll zoom it in real nice and close so you guys can see the wicks and the tails. And you'll see that on Friday and on Monday, that level held. All right. That level held. We were set up today. Oladipupo. Oladipupo. Welcome to the trial membership. That's my favorite name now. Oladipupo. Welcome to the trial membership. Welcome to the trial. So that was a level of support. Right now, very typical textbook, right? Technical analysis, resistance, once broken, becomes support, very textbook. But today we broke underneath that level. And that tells me that this is a failed breakout through that level. As the market starts to get worried that there's not a debt deal and the market gets a little antsy, I think about the possibility of 65 million new cases of COVID in China. The reason why, and the reasoning is different though this time. The market's not getting shaky because of the number of cases specifically. Not that people are worried or scared about COVID. It's the fact that the market and everybody was relying on the Chinese economy to come out of lockdown firing on all cylinders. And it's not been the case. So today you got economic data out of China, and the economic data out of China was disappointing. That's why all your Chinese ADRs got hit today. You take a look at Baidu down 3.5% today, right? Baba down almost 4% today. Pinduoduo down 1.5%. JD.com down 2.5%. Corey, welcome to the TGD trial membership. Corey, welcome to the trial membership. Welcome to the trial. So that coupled with, 65 million new cases. Well, now all of a sudden people are saying, well, wait a second. If the Chinese economy is already showing us that it's not as strong as we thought it was going to be, now you add on top of that the possibility of a new COVID wave that could see 65 million new cases a week come through. Well, now what does that mean then for the rest of the global economy? Because the whole concept here was that the Chinese economy was going to come out of COVID on fire like we came out of COVID on fire, and that was going to help hold off and stage off a global recession. But what's the Chinese government going to do if they start to see 65 million cases a week? Are they going to go back into a lockdown? What's that going to do then to what the Chinese economy is supposed to do to the rest of the world? Because the rest of the world's not going back into a lockdown. We're not going back into a lockdown. Not a shot in hell. But what if the Chinese government, which had that zero COVID policy or COVID zero policy, what happens if they go back into a lockdown? What does that do to a stock like Apple? What does that do to a stock like Tesla? Stocks that are very, very dependent on the Chinese economy and the Chinese consumer to purchase their products. What does that do to Wynn Resorts? What does that do to the gambling in Macau? What does that do to travel? Humberto, welcome. Humberto, welcome. Humberto, welcome to the trial membership. All right. Welcome, Humberto. Again, guys, TTGTHREE.com. That's TTG3 spelled out to join our 7-day trial. No credit card required. Name, email, phone number. That's all you guys need. You got a shot at a free membership tomorrow. Again, anyone that joins the trial today, you get a shot at a free membership tomorrow, and you get a shot at $500 on Friday. And both of those things sound cool. But what is a lot cooler, what is far more valuable to you than a free membership and $500, it's trading with our community for 7 full trading days. Sarab, welcome to the trial membership. Sarab, welcome to the trial. Get a feel for what it's like to be part of the community. I promise you, the members are the greatest people you'll ever find. You can see how many members are here on this live stream that are answering questions. You can ask a question on the live stream right now. I promise you, members of True Trading Group are going to answer. Give it a test. Someone that's on this live stream right now that is not a member of True Trading Group, ask a question in the chat about True Trading Group and watch how many members answer you. Give it a shot. Give it a test. Test it out. I'm telling you. Take advantage of this, guys. All right. So back to the charts. Now we got to welcome Rohan. Rohan, welcome to the trial membership. That is Rohan. Welcome to the trial. All right. So now I'm gonna. This is a daily chart. So we're gonna go to a shorter time frame. We're gonna break things down into a 3-minute chart. All right. We're gonna go to a 3-minute chart. I'm gonna show you guys this. Right. Now I'll go to a 15-minute just to make it easier on your eyes. Right. Less candlesticks makes it easier on your eyes. Now, what I would like to show you on the 15-minute chart that you see, look at this level of support, right? Now, this level of support, now remember, that's the support level that I showed you on the chart. And look, it was resistance prior to that. And if I was to pan this all the way out, you'll see, look, right? There's the resistance again, okay? And if I went all the way back to February, again, you would see it again, okay? You would see that resistance, okay? You would see that resistance again. So prior resistance, then it became support. And then today, though, we gapped underneath it. So now you see we gapped underneath this level and we pushed up to it. And then all of a sudden, it started acting as resistance and we were unable to get back above that level. Now that, to me, is a failed breakout where you're unable to hold the level and continue to new cycle highs. And then you get this rollover. And you see how quickly we gave that up. And you see how fast the market traded to the downside. But one support level broke only to have a second hold. And the second one is way more important, in my opinion, than the one that broke today. Guys, we're going to be doing this giveaway tomorrow at noon. We got to welcome Chris. Chris, welcome to the trial membership. Again, Chris, welcome to the trial membership. Guys, again, anyone that joins the trial today, tomorrow we're giving away a free annual membership. You've got a chance at it if you join before midnight tonight. And then Friday, we're giving away $500. You got a chance at it if you join before midnight tonight. Go to TTGTHREE.com. It's totally free. Name, email, phone number, all you need. No credit card information required. All right. So now that this level has been broken, we've just dropped down into your next level of support. And this is a big one. Prior to positive comments from Biden and McCarthy. Now, if we go back to last week, Biden and McCarthy had some positive comments about the debt ceiling on these 2 days. It was the 17th and the 18th. And you got these big, massive breakout runs on the 17th and the 18th because they both said, oh, negotiations are going well. We could have a deal within the next week or so. And the market broke out of what was a massive 2-week period consolidation. Now, I'll show it to you on the chart. I'll draw it out for those of you that have an untrained eye and can't see this stuff yet. You'll start to notice this once you guys are members of the group and you guys go through the charting and you guys learn how to chart properly. You'll be able to identify these things a lot quicker. Tisakaw. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm definitely not pronouncing that correctly, but welcome to the trial membership. So here's this 2-week consolidation period that we found ourselves in. You broke out of it and rallied, and today you pulled back, reset it, and tested it. This level, in my opinion, is absolutely crucial if you are long this market, because you just broke beneath one support level. If you very quickly break beneath another, then I think this market is due for a deeper pullback. And I think that you would have to start targeting this level down here at 404. I think you'd have to start targeting 404, which is this massive double bottom. Okay, massive double bottom, which followed the Fed meeting. All right, this was the Fed meeting on the 3rd, right? The 3rd was the Fed meeting, and you got the big sell-off, and then you double bottomed it, right? So these are the levels that I'm looking at on the spot. Now, you should draw these lines out so you have them on your screen. These are the major support and resistance levels. Of course, there's minor levels mixed in between, but these are the major levels. Major level of resistance now is the 417.50. Your major support levels, this 413.50, today's low, and this previous resistance. Again, I'll circle it in case you guys can't see it, right? Here you guys can see all this resistance. So now it's acting as a level of support. And now it's today's low of the day. We got to welcome Seth and Bradley. Seth and Bradley, welcome to the trial membership. Seth and Bradley, welcome to the trial membership. Seth and Bradley. Guys, again, ttgthree.com. That's TTG3 spelt out.com if you guys want to join the trial. So there's today's low, right? So again, there's today's low. So right now we're holding support. But if that level breaks, your next support level is 409. All right, 409. Now 409 is this double bottom from the 11th. I'm sorry, from the 12th and the 10th. 12th and the 10th. And it's also the gap entry from the 5th. So you had a huge gap up on the 5th. You guys remember what that was? That was JP Morgan upgrading the regional bank sector and the banking sector and the banking crisis fading away. Feels like ages ago, right? That we had this banking crisis. It feels like it was years ago at this point. That's how fast the market just moved past it. But I think we're going to have our own banking issues are going to rise again as you get deeper into the year and you get into next year when commercial real estate loans come due and you get adjustments in the interest rates on a lot of that commercial real estate and a lot of those commercial real estate loans with the vacancy issues that you have, especially in commercial real estate with office space. Office space is going to be a problem. What I like for shorts, actually, some of the REITs that I like for shorts is Vornado, VNO, and HPP. Those two REITs are very, very, very heavy in office space. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to those REITs. Those are targets for me for shorts as you go into 2024. I think actually some of these office space heavy REITs may go belly up, may go out of business. They may go to zero. So I'm going to try to ride some of those shorts to zero. But I think that trade really happens later in the year or possibly a trade in the first half of 2024 as it takes some time for that commercial real estate and for those loans to reset according to with the interest rate change. And then once the interest rate change, the landlords are not going to be able to keep pace because they're not receiving as much rental income as they used to because they have 40% vacancies, right? So now you lose 40% of your rental income. On top of that, your interest rate doubles and now your mortgage payments are that much higher and you're not collecting the rent. It's going to be a losing proposition for a lot of commercial real estate holders. And that, I think, causes a lot of defaults and a lot of people handing back the keys. And that's going to cause some issues in commercial real estate. We'll talk about that for another time. I have trade ideas for that. That's going to be a big trade for me in 2024. We'll talk about that in December of 2023. You guys got to be part of the full community for that if you guys want to do and partake in that trade that we're going to put on. But we got to welcome the logician who put that as their first name in the trial sign up page. So the logician, welcome. All right. So like I said, we got to pay attention to this area here. Now the catalysts that are happening tomorrow, you have two major catalysts tomorrow, the Fed minutes. Why do we care about the Fed minutes? Very simple. We care about the Fed minutes because for those of you that don't know what the Fed minutes are the notes that are taken during Fed meetings. All right. Now, the previous Fed meeting we had, they raised 25 basis points. Do they think that was their last one? There was a lot of talk about maybe they don't raise rates at the last May meeting. They did raise rates, and now everybody is sure that they're going to pause in June. Are they? The Fed minutes might give some insight into how many members were in agreement they should raise rates in May, how many thought that they should have paused, and is there any commentary or discussion about the possibility of a pause in June? Did they talk about pausing in June, or did they believe that they still needed a couple more rate hikes to go? The market has fully priced in a pause. So the Fed minutes could tell us maybe that's the wrong thing for the markets to be pricing in. Now, if that happens, if you get some commentary in the minutes that say, yeah, they might raise rates again, and you break that 413.50, it's a straight shot to 409, 410, and we're going to be short down into those levels and down into those zones, and I'll be short a bunch of different stocks. All right, well, we'll be in put options on the SPY. We'll be short some individual stocks. I'm already in put options on the SPY. Okay, I bought them a little while ago. I'm already in put options. I'm looking to add to that position. I plan on holding that trade for about 6 months. Okay, members already know what expiration, what strike price, where I got in. Everybody already knows that. Okay, but I'm looking to add. Rahandra, welcome to the trial membership. Rahandra, welcome to the trial. Guys, again, anyone that joins our trial, you got a chance at a free annual membership tomorrow, and you got a shot at $500 on Friday. And of course, you're going to trade with us for 7 full trading days. The weekend does not count against your trial. You get 7 trading days with us. So make sure you guys get your butts inside chat, because this is going to be one hell of a volatile next couple of weeks. And you're going to have the front row seat as a temporary member of the True Trading Group community, hopefully to see you soon as a full-time member of the True Trading Group community and join the 10,000 members in 115 different countries that we have worldwide. All right. So that's what we're paying attention to tomorrow on the SPY. That's the first catalyst that can move the market beneath 413.50. Now, if they come out and there's actually discussions in the Fed minutes that we are going to pause in June, well, then the opposite, you look for the market to bounce back to 417.50 and then find resistance and wait until Nvidia's earnings. And then Nvidia earnings become crucial. Nvidia earnings are going to be important, again, because Nvidia is at the forefront of this AI boom, right? Nvidia is at the forefront of this AI boom. They are leading the way in AI. The stock's up 120% to start off 2023. It's a stock that we own in our long-term portfolio. I have circled here where members of True Trading Group were purchasing shares of Nvidia last year. I bought an absolutely ridiculous amount of Nvidia in 2020 during the COVID crash. You don't have to take my word for it. I know people are just going to say, oh yeah, BS, haha. Well, you can go back and watch my live streams. Just go back and watch my live streams from 2020. And I told everybody that I was buying AMD, I was buying Microsoft and Apple and Amazon and Alphabet and Nvidia. I was buying Qualcomm. I mean, I was buying everything I can get my hands on back in 2020. So we loaded up on Nvidia down there, and then we actually sold out. We actually sold out of some of our stocks in September and October of 2021. So I actually sold out of Nvidia in like the 220s. And then we bought Nvidia back all the way down here in like the low to mid 100s. And now here we are back to 307. It's nuts. Ian's welcome. Welcome to the trial membership of True Trading Group. Ian's welcome to the trial membership of True Trading Group. Ian's welcome, guys. Again, go to ttgthree.com. There is no credit card information required. Christopher, welcome to the trial membership. Everybody welcome Christopher as well. Guys, members, now I'm talking to members now. You guys are going to have a lot of new trial members in chat tomorrow, so make them feel welcome. Make them feel at home. So Nvidia is leading the way when it comes to AI, but all these other stocks are also up because of AI. Microsoft is up because of AI. Alphabet is up because of AI. Amazon is up because of AI, right? You got Meta's been exploding, talking about using AI to, increase their ad platform and make up for the issue with the Apple iOS, and that's been moving to the upside. All of these stocks are all based on AI, right? Nvidia has earnings on Wednesday. This stock is priced so much to perfection that their earnings have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. The bar is set pretty high. Okay, the valuation of Nvidia stock right now is priced for a perfect earnings report. So they have to really impress on this earnings report to get this stock up to like 330, 340, and to break through your all-time highs. You have your all-time highs that we're not too far away from. So in order to break through that, you're going to need such an insane earnings report. But let's say, and again, we're going over the risks that could take this market further to the downside. If Nvidia misses on earnings, or they give some type of guidance where they talk about AI as if it's a future revenue generator, not something that is tangible right now that they can grasp and generate revenue from. If they make it seem like this is something that's further out in the future for them to really capitalize on, and this stock pulls back to, let's say, 280, you got to watch out for this market. Because if that's the case, you have to understand, this is the leader. Nvidia is to AI what Tesla is to electric vehicles. It's the leader of the sector. So if they trade lower, you're going to have Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft. They're all going to trade lower with it. And if those names trade lower, what happens to the overall stock market? It trades lower. Because those stocks make up, 30% of the entire S&P 500. So that's why Nvidia's earnings are so important Wednesday after the bell. Wednesday afternoon is going to be crazy. 2 o'clock Eastern is the Fed minutes, and then after the bell is Nvidia's earnings. You're getting hit with a double whammy. Then on Thursday, you got jobless claims numbers. We're going to start to get some GDP data. We're going to get some PCE inflation data. We got to welcome Slim. Slim, welcome. Welcome, Slim. Welcome to the trial membership. Again, that's TTGTHREE.com. TTG3 spelled out.com. Name, email, phone number is all you guys need. All right. So now you guys are starting to grasp. And listen, I'm not on this live stream right now. Don't ask me what I think about Nvidia's earnings. I have no idea. I have no idea what the earnings are going to be. Don't ask me if we're buying puts or we're buying calls going into earnings. That is a total coin flip. It's a complete gamble. I don't gamble when I'm trading. I focus on putting myself in high probability situations. And if you buy call options or put options going into earnings, it's a coin flip. You have absolutely zero insight into whether or not they're going to miss on the quarter, beat on the quarter, raise their guidance, affirm their guidance, or lower their guidance. You have absolutely no idea if the CEO is going to announce a share buyback program, a dividend cut. You have no idea what they're going to say. If you buy call options or put options and you make money, it doesn't mean that you're a good trader. If you buy call options or put options on earnings and you lose money, it doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It means you're lucky or you're unlucky. And I don't trade for luck. I trade for skill and I trade for probability. I look for setups where I feel that there is a 70 to 75% likelihood that the stock moves in a particular direction. That is what I look for. I'm not here on this live stream to predict what Nvidia's earnings are going to be. I'm here in this live stream to make you understand the importance of Nvidia's earnings as it relates to the rest of the AI sector and as it therefore then relates to the rest of the stock market, and point out for you the key levels you need to be paying attention to. Because if Nvidia misses and you break the 413.50 on the SPY that I just showed you a few moments ago, it is a straight shot to 409, 410. You don't have to be the first person to the party. Let Nvidia miss, then get short and ride the wave to 409, 410 on the SPY. Ride down Alphabet and Amazon and Meta and Microsoft and AMD and the rest of the stocks that you know we're going to trade to the downside. Short AI, ticker symbol AI. That's what you're going to want to go after if Nvidia misses on earnings. We got to welcome Joseph. Joseph, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Joseph. All right. So we got a lot of new trial members that are joining us here today, guys. Again, anyone that joins a trial before midnight, you get a chance at a free membership tomorrow. We're giving away an annual membership tomorrow. All right. Giving away an annual membership tomorrow, totally for free. Anyone that joins a trial tonight before midnight, you've got a shot at it. And then on Friday, we're giving away $500. All right. So there you have it. So there is Nvidia. Does anybody have any questions for me before I move on? Anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions? Yes, Palo Alto, another company that we own in the long-term portfolio. Another one that this is my favorite cybersecurity stock, is Palo Alto. Palo Alto is my favorite cybersecurity stock. Another one that we've added in the long-term portfolio and has done very, very well for us. I'm going to own this name for a very long time. PGH Resh, are you expecting a bounce that puts us back in the 420 area after a deal is made? PGRH, I got to tell you, we got to welcome Renee. Renee, welcome to the trial membership. Everybody welcome Renee. PJ Resh, I have to tell you, I don't think you can look at that in a vacuum like that. I think there's too many other things that are happening, right? So if you get a deal that gets done, okay, you get a debt deal, you get a debt ceiling deal, I do expect there to be a bounce, okay? But the timing of that deal is very, very important. Now, and let me explain to you what I mean. I really want to answer this question very specifically because it's a very good question. And the question, again, to recap for those that didn't see it, maybe we can put it on the screen. If we can, Joe. If not, don't worry about it. If it messes up your stuff, don't worry about it. The question is from PGHRESH. PGH Resh is the username. It says, are you expecting a bounce that puts us back in the 420 area after a deal is made? So that's the question. Now, if the deal gets done tomorrow and the Fed minutes insist a pause in June and Nvidia beats on earnings, absolutely, you bet your butt you're going back into the 420s. But if the deal's not made for, let's say, a week and a half, the market's going to get very nervous that there's not a deal. And the longer it takes to get a deal, the more nervous the market gets, the bigger the pullback you can see. So the less meaningful the bounce becomes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So remember, in 2011, there was a very specific deadline. 2 weeks leading up to the deadline, and you got a deal the night before in 2011. Okay, it was right down to the wire. The stock market went down 17% leading up to that deal. And then obviously it bounced after the deal was made. So the timing of the deal is very important to whether or not you get back to 420, because the market can sell off down to 404 and then you get a deal. And then I would say, no, I don't think it takes you back to 420. See what I'm saying? You see kind of how I'm looking at it? The timing of the deal is very, very important because the timing of the deal will directly impact the technical structure of where the market sits and how much technical damage is done with a failed breakout through a massive resistance level at 418. Right now, you have a failed breakout, but the pattern has not broken down. If you start to see, a situation where the market starts to do this, right, and you get further downside, then yes, that's going to, now you're going to start to say, okay, this is a breakdown. This is the stock market has rolled over. This is a breakdown. And now you're going to rely on all these major moving averages to create a support level, which it will, and you'll get bounces off these major moving averages. There'll be tradable bounces. We'll look for individual days when we think we're going to bounce off these markets. You get these green pop days. We'll be long for some little snapback, dead cat bounces on those days as day traders. But then as swing traders, you look to just short that bounce and look for the further downside. And we'll play that very specifically inside of True Trading Group. But the timing of it matters, right? And I hope that makes sense. I wanted to answer that question as best I could, and I hope that does answer your question. We got to welcome Mike, the newest trial member of the group. Again, guys, TTG3.com. That's TTG3 spelled out.com. No credit card is required. There is no reoccurring payment. There is no automatic renewal after your trial. You are not entering your credit card information. I therefore cannot charge you a penny. It is free. Go to ttgthree.com, name, email, phone number, fill out the application, get your butts in chat. I'm giving away a free annual membership tomorrow to one lucky trial member, and I'm giving away $500 on Friday. You join the trial tonight, you've got a shot at both. All right. My pleasure. They say, yes, sir. Thank you. Very insightful. It's my pleasure. That's why we're here, right? That's you guys come on these live streams to, to get your questions answered. And it's my pleasure to do it. My pleasure to do it. All right. Any other questions before we call it a night? Mike, isn't the market expecting one more rate hike and then a pause through the end of the year? If so, could that counteract this debt ceiling issue? Christina, actually, no, the market's not expecting that. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what the markets are pricing in. Okay, Christina, great question. Right now, the markets have priced in a pause in June and at least 2 rate cuts this year. So the market has priced in the Fed pausing in June and then cutting rates 2 to 3 times before December. That's what the market has priced in right now. I think that is a big mistake. I do not think the Fed is going to cut rates 2 to 3 times this year. We got to welcome Driss, Betty, Bill, and Peter. 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 Welcome to the trial membership. Okay. Welcome to the trial membership, our newest member of the trial. Good luck tomorrow, guys. You will have a shot at that free membership. Yeah, I know, Rachel, right? It's or Raquel. I think it's Raquel, not Rachel. Right? I don't know why the markets are pricing these rate cuts. And I got to tell you, I think it's such a mistake. I think it's such a mistake because there are 2 scenarios that the Fed cuts rates. Scenario number 1, I think the possibility of that happening is less than 1%. And possibility number 2 is not a good thing. So you shouldn't be bullish because you think the Fed's going to cut rates. I had this conversation with everybody on the live stream just a few days ago. If you are bullish this market because you think the Fed is going to cut rates, you're bullish for the wrong reason. You can end up being right, but you're right for completely the wrong reason. There's 2 scenarios in which the Fed cuts rates. Scenario number 1, inflation goes back to 2% this year. Now, I think the chances of inflation being at 2% this year is slim to none. I think you have a 1% chance that inflation is back to 2% this year. Okay. So that's not going to be the case. So the Fed's not going to cut rates. They would cut rates if inflation got back to 2% and they said, hey, we won, we beat inflation, time to cut rates. That's not going to happen. Scenario number 2, why the Fed would cut rates. The economy spirals into a recession or more banks start to go under. And the Fed is forced to cut rates, not because they want to, it's because they have to. There's a very big difference in the Fed cutting rates because they can and they want to, rather than they're cutting rates because they need to. Federal Reserve, there's a very big misconception that the Fed cutting rates is automatically a buy signal. It is not. When the Fed cuts rates because they can, good thing, buy the market. When the Fed cuts rates because they have to, bad. Because if they have to, that means something has broken. The Fed cut interest rates in the middle of 2008. The stock market went down for many months following rate cuts. When you had the massive recession of 2008 and 2009, the Fed brought rates and cut rates to zero. The stock market still went down for months until it finally bottomed in March of 2009. So if the theory is, oh, rate cuts means buy, then why didn't the market recover the second that the Fed cut rates in 2008? That's because they cut rates because they had to, not because they wanted to. Now, 2019, very different. Let me show you the difference. I will show you the difference. 2019, let's zoom in. This is a weekly chart. Now, 2019, the Fed started raising rates in December. So in the month of December, the Fed started raising rates. Why? Because they could. Inflation was 1.7%. Unemployment was at, near record lows. The economy was great. And they were like, you know what? We're going to reduce our balance sheet. The economy's great. We're going to raise interest rates so we can get real positive rates, right? So the Fed starts raising rates. The market had a panic attack. The market crashed 20% in 1 month. 20% 1 month. 15%. 20% in 1 month. In the month of December. And then on Christmas Eve, Jerome Powell said, never mind. Forget it. We'll cut rates. Because they wanted to. They didn't have to. Inflation was 1.7%. Unemployment was near record lows. GDP was fine. So they didn't. And what happened? The stock market immediately recovered, right? Immediately recovered. So that's the difference between the Fed cutting rates when they need to and when they want to or when they can. So you don't want the Fed to cut rates this year. You don't. You want the Fed to raise rates, pause, and the economy be strong enough to withstand a recession, pull off a soft landing while inflation comes back to 2%. That's what you want. So if you're bullish the market, you need to be bullish because you believe the Fed's going to pause, not cut, pause, and the economy is going to hold long enough for inflation to come down. It's a race against time. Who wins? Does the economy can the economy hold up for a long enough period of time with interest rates at 5.5%, 5%, for inflation to come back to 2%? If inflation comes back to 2% before the economy cracks and the Fed cuts rates, that's a buy signal, and you better be fully invested in the market at that time. But if the economy cracks and you fall into a recession before inflation gets 2% and the Fed has to cut rates before inflation's at 2%, you have a serious problem of stagflation, where now you're going to be in a recessionary economy and inflation is still going to be elevated. And that is not a good recipe. And just because the Fed cuts rates, now you're going to see inflation actually start to tick higher. That's not a buy signal. What will end up happening in that scenario will be a double dip recession. If the Fed cuts rates because the economy falls into a recession before inflation's at 2%, what ends up happening is the Fed cuts rates, the economy comes out of the recession, but as the economy comes out of the recession, inflation begins to tick higher again. And as inflation begins to tick higher again, the Federal Reserve is going to then be forced again to raise rates very aggressively to get inflation back down. And that will send what is already a very fragile economy that is just coming out of a recession, will send it back into a recession. And you will get what is called a double dip recession, which is what happened in the early 80s. You had a recession in 1980. You came out of it in 1981. You went back into a recession in 1982. You don't want that scenario. That scenario of the Fed cutting rates is certainly not a all green light buy signal. So if you're bullish because of rate cuts, you're bullish for the wrong reason. We got to welcome Philip and Yergalem. Philip and Yergalem, welcome to the trial membership, guys. A lot of new trials tonight. Good luck tomorrow. I can't wait to trade with you all inside of chat tomorrow and for the next 7 trading days. Nitin, welcome to the trial membership. Nitin, welcome to the trial. Again, guys, ttgthree.com. Join the trial, get your butts in chat. Giving away a free annual membership tomorrow, and we're giving away $500 on Friday. All right? Radiant says, if I were to sign up for the trial, how much money should I have in an account to start? Or is there a lot of stuff I need to do once I join? Radiant, there's not a stuff that you need to do, brother. There's a lot of stuff that you should do. You should go through the courses, right? Like, don't you want to learn this stuff? You can follow the moderators if you want. Obviously, we give you all of our trades in advance of even making them. So you know what we're doing at when a stock gets to a certain price, you know what we're going to do before we do it. But you should want to do things when you join. And to answer your question, how much money should I have in an account? We have members that started with just a couple $100. There's members of True Trading Group that started with $200, $300 in their trading account, and they've grown those accounts to 4 and even 5-figure accounts. Members, can you guys do me a favor? Actually, members of True Trading Group, if you started True Trading Group with less than $1,000 in your account, can you comment in chat right now how much you started with? And maybe tell me where you are today, if you don't mind sharing with where you are today, where you started and where you are today. If you started with less than $1,000, let's help out Radiant. Radiant's it's a very common question. How much money should I start with? You don't need tens of thousands of dollars to start. These people are proof of that. I would read some of their comments that are going to come through. Maria started with $300. Justin started with $900. Reaper Trades $1,000, $500, $50. Really? Wow. I don't know if that's a typo and you meant to say 500, but someone says 50. Bruce Sears started with $500 and now has enough to start a fund for their child. That's incredible. Right? The point is, you guys don't need thousands of dollars, tens of thousands. I mean, members have started with just a couple $100. No, DK, wrong. DK says 25K or you won't be able to close day trades. Wrong, incorrect. You only will not be able to close day trades. Well, first of all, you can close a day trade, but you can only do that 3 times in a 5-day period if you have less than 25K, but that's only if you have a margin account. So if you have a margin account, yes, you're correct. You can only make 3 day trades in a rolling 5-day period. But if you have a cash account, you can trade as much as you want, but you can only trade with the cash that's in your account to settle. Trade options, the cash settles the next day, and you'll never have to worry about being bound to the PDT rule if you trade options with a cash account. Right? So, yeah, no, DK, yeah, I'm just making sure that I know DK, I know you know that, but there's people on here that are brand new that don't know. So I want to make sure that they get all the facts, they get all the information that they can to make the best decision for them and for their accounts. Stanley, welcome. I don't know if did I welcome Stanley already? I don't know. Stanley, welcome to the trial membership. We have another person. All right, Stanley, welcome to the trial membership. Guys, there we have it. All right. Someone says, thoughts on Peter Schiff. Is he a reliable source or a bit of a fear-monger? He is the definition of a fear-monger. Peter Schiff you guys got to realize Peter Schiff sells stuff. He's not just saying the things that he says for just to help you make better decisions. He's trying to sell you a book that he wrote. He's trying to, it's funny because he'll fear-monger the crap out of you, and then he'll be like, oh, buy my book that tells you how to survive the apocalypse. Like, obviously, there's a motive there behind his fear-mongering. I don't like Peter Schiff. I don't like Peter. Not to say the guy, listen, I'm not saying the guy's stupid, right? I mean, I'm not that arrogant to say that he's stupid, but he has alternative motives. That's it. He has alternative motives. And you just have to be mindful of that kind of stuff. Okay. You got to be mindful of that kind of stuff. He's got alternative motives. That's it. All right. Sydney, Ivan, and Samir. Sydney, Ivan, and Samir. welcome to the trial membership. Folks, that does it for me. I'm done. Listen, if you're watching this live stream after it's already aired, you have till midnight tonight. Go to ttgthree.com. You can join our 7-day trial. It's 7 trading days. The weekend does not count against your 7 days. I'm giving away a free annual membership tomorrow afternoon at noon. To anyone that joins the trial membership tonight, you have a chance at a free membership. And then also on Friday, before the Memorial Day holiday, I'm giving away $500 cold hard cash to one lucky trial member. So trial members that join today, you have a chance at a free membership tomorrow. You got a chance at $500 on Friday. And most importantly, you got a chance to be part of the True Trading Group community for 7 full days to determine if the True Trading Group if the True Trading community is a place you would like to call home. No credit card is required, guys. Go to ttgthree.com. Name, email, phone number. That's it. It's all you need. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn on. Oh, guys, I didn't even talk about the trade of the day today. We got so caught up in the macro stuff. I didn't even talk about Ocea. I don't care. It's all right. We'll talk about it another time. Monster trade today. Trade of the day today for us was Ocea. Okay. It was trade of the day. Screw it. I'll give you a quick lesson on it. I mean, why not? It was such a great trade. I'll give you a quick lesson on Ocea. We trade everything in True Trading Group, guys. We trade small caps, we trade mid caps, and we trade large caps, right? We trade all of it. Small caps, mid caps, and large caps. All right. Now, here's Ocea. This is a very simple, straightforward technical analysis lesson you will learn as a member of True Trading Group. First, initial morning high gets put in place. This is the initial morning high. It's not the initial morning high for any other reason other than it is where you established your first true pullback in price. First true pullback in price, you can see the price pulls back. That identifies your initial morning high. Okay, so first thing we do is we draw a line across the initial morning high, right? So there it is, initial morning high. Now, what ends up happening is the stock then breaks through the initial morning high with the heaviest volume of the entire day. You see down here on the bottom of my screen, you see the volume bar. That volume bar is the biggest volume bar that the stock has traded at any point during the day. When a stock breaks through the high of the day, the heavier the volume that comes in on the break through the high, the greater the chance that previous high acts as a level of support. The probability of that level acting as support increases when you have multiple support indicators that converge at the same price point. In this example, it's the trade line and it's VWAP. VWAP, volume weighted average price, that's the orange line on my screen. Trade line, that's the 9 exponential moving average. That's this teal blue line on my screen. And you will see we broke through it. And now we say, okay, well, now here's your initial morning high. Again, this line, that's your initial morning high. Okay, so there's your initial morning high. And now all of a sudden, here comes the trade line and VWAP lining up with that same level after you just got the heaviest volume of the day on the break. So what did I do? I got long back at that level now. There's my entry today at $8.90. $8.90 is where I got long. Why? Because prior high, now support, trade line VWAP added support underneath me. Heaviest volume of the day on the breakthrough confirms the break, tells me that's an area of support, and then the rest is history. Monster trade for us for Ocea, and I just started peeling profits off like a madman into this move, and my best take profit, $11 from $8.90 entry. That's good for, what is that, 25%? A little bit less. It's a little bit less than 25% if my math is right, 24%, something like that. Somebody do that math for me. I can't do it off the top of my head. I believe that's about 24% gains. Okay. But what else you'll also see, if I go to the 5-minute chart, I want you to see, okay, when I get to the 5-minute chart, you also see this trade line VWAP crossover taking place later. Look at that. Look at that. Now, trade line VWAP crossover, that's something that you guys learn as a member of True Trading Group. It's a momentum indicator. It's a momentum breakout indicator. You'll learn how to identify that as a member of True Trading Group. But that was it, guys. That was Ocea. I gave you, listen, that was a very quick rundown. It's getting late. I want to wrap things up here, but I didn't want to let this to go unnoticed. It's trade of the day today. It was a big trade for us, a big win inside True Trading Group. That's where I made my money today, was on that Ocea. We trade it all. We trade small caps like this. We also trade mid caps. We also trade large caps. We also trade options. We also trade futures. We also trade index options. We do it all, guys. There's 9 professional traders that are with you during the day. It's not just me. I know I'm the person you see here. I'm the head trader, but there's 9 professional traders that are damn good at their job and that help members make money throughout every single trading day, with them pre-market, with them during the market, with them after hours, answering questions, calling out trades, and providing market commentary. You've got a shot to experience that for 7 days, totally for free. Go to ttgthree.com. Don't miss it. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Take care, guys.